Deșteaptă-te, române, din somnul cel de moarte în care te adânciră barbarii de tirani, barbarii de tirani. Okay, let's watch Balkan people on the internet. I'm Romanian, so
People cope with hardships.
This should apply. This should apply to me.
In many ways. Some people cry, others get angry, and some just give up.
Oh, Peter, no!
But not if you're from the Balkans. You may think you know the internet, but trust me, you don't know anything about Balkan people internet. One of the funniest and most interesting corners of the web is Balkan people internet. That, in internet years, spans Balkan history.
I will say, I feel like Balkan memes are always like 5 years behind Western stuff. Like, we're just like 5 years behind.
Which is so in-depth that you probably couldn't cover it all in one video. But what you should know is that it consists of some of the greatest empires in history: communism and fascism, religious wars, ethnic wars, world wars, and most recently, internet wars. If you didn't know, it's this region in Europe.
I had to take down my why Hungary and Romania video, why Hungary and Romania hate each other video. I had to take it down because so many people got mad that I was joking about Hungary. Literally, I had to take it down. Chat, that's the first YouTube video I've taken down, bro.
Made up of the following nations, and these nations don't particularly
Romania!
like each other.
Shut up.
Here's a safe rule when wondering which nation is friends
Look how
with
big
which.
we are. Look how big we are, bro. We're like, yo, people are like, huh, Romania doesn't fit in the Balkans because you guys are a Romance language. But then why are we so big? Huh? Why are we so big?
The Balkans. If the two countries share a border, they don't like each other. If they don't share a border, there's a 70% chance they don't like each other. One of the defining characteristics of the typical Balkan YouTube commenter is nationalism. But I don't want you to interpret this as a nationalist in the West.
Oh! Here in America, we don't tolerate that kind of crap, sir!
In the Balkans, nationalism is the norm. Due to the many hardships endured by these people, oftentimes inflicted
I have to disagree a little bit. I think there is so many self-hating Romanians. Like, it is very normalized. Again, I still get my grandma tell me stories of like, oh, can you believe this thing happened? Like, this corruption thing happened in the UK? I thought that kind of stuff only happened to us. You know, and my sister, like, she lives in the UK as well. She doesn't even tell people she's Romanian. Like, my grandma told me that she literally does not want to talk on the phone in Romanian next to British people because she doesn't want them to know she's Romanian. I don't know. There's many nationalists, but there's also a lot of cultural shame. I'm definitely not like that. Like, I tell people I'm Romanian all the time.
by neighboring countries.
Good? See, we already got someone chat being like, good.
I say hardships, I'm not talking a trade agreement fell through. I'm talking wars, annexations, and genocides. Yeah, what I mean.
Man.
To show you what I mean, here are some examples.
Gay Greece, home of sexuality. Long live the Ottoman Empire.
Bulgarians above all. Bulgarians rulers of the world.
I mean, okay, wait, no, he's right. Again, this is why I had to take down my Romania versus Hungary video, because it was just this. You know what? This type of nationalism compared to other countries is very commonplace. Like, it's the kind of thing where we can insult ourselves, but you cannot insult us. You know, we're like, yeah, our country sucks. And then if someone from like Bulgaria comes like, and it's like, oh, your country sucks, we're like, fuck you! We'll destroy you!
Bulgarians were invincible warriors. Bulgarians, creators of almost all civilization.
Yeah,
No,
again. We have, Romania has conspiracy theories that Jesus was Romanian, chat. Did I?
But remember, nationalism is the norm for people who grew up here. So they took to the internet to share their disdain for each other, posting some of the most ridiculous and unintentionally hilarious comments of all time.
God damn. We are not saying we didn't fuck goat.
Without a shred of irony. But if you know anything about internet irony, you know things tend to go in a circle. These comments were so ridiculous that people started creating archives of them in places like r/Balkan People Internet, which would go on to be banned for promoting nationalism, which is the opposite of what it was supposed to do. It was making fun of the nationalism. But this will be a theme going forward, trust me. The irony would be pushed so far that people would start parodying their own cultures, not just other cultures, which ended up creating one of the greatest and most influential subreddits of all time. Not just for Reddit, but
That
for
sounds kind of
internet
funny,
culture.
not lie.
They created r/2Balkan4You. This community took Balkan people internet and cranked up the irony to 1 million. The whole
Wait,
point of
is
this
that what it
community
is? Is 2Balkan4You a subreddit? I never knew that's what it was. I've heard about it.
was Balkan people coming together to make fun of each other by parodying their
Wait,
own
wait, wait. I need to see that graph. I need to see that graph. I need to see that graph. Okay. Racist? Nah, Romania's after the racist one. That's not correct. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. Okay, nah, dude, nah. Unfortunately, nah. I wish we were like this. Unfortunately, yeah, we're not.
fun of each other by parodying their own nationalism, which in turn spawned some of the most iconic internet memes of this generation. The most blank in blank.
My grandfather has Turkish descent, born in 1933. Had to migrate to Turkey for something area of Romania. He always talks about the cruelty of that time. Flex Romania, flex Romania, flex Romania, flex Romania.
Meme was widely popularized due to its use on 2Balkan4You. It also included parodying the stereotypes that were used by many Balkan internet posters. Now, you as an outsider might look at this and say, hey, these people are making fun of each other based on things that I'm not comfortable with, therefore it's not okay. But I present a counter argument. Balkan culture is nothing like your culture. First of all, it's normal in Balkan culture to make fun of people, and to not take that personally. Second of all, remember all of these countries raise people to be extremely proud of their heritage and their roots, because historically, there is a very good chance they've been wronged by their neighbors at
Yeah.
some point in the past. Due to the sheer
Historically, our countries didn't do too well. So it's kind of like overcompensating.
volume of history in the Balkans. As a result of this, a lot of people would just avoid talking to anyone from a neighboring country due to the stereotypes they were raised on. 2Balkan4You flipped this narrative completely on its head by uniting people
Again,
from
this
the
is
Balkans.
what I reference when I say that I don't understand the straightforward, unironic nationalism of Americans when they're like, yeah, you cannot make fun of our country at all. You know, we don't really have that, making fun of cultures and stuff is very normalized. Again, I had to take down a video for doing it because I didn't realize that YouTube was gonna have a problem with it. I didn't realize that, for me, it's so normalized to make jokes about Hungary that I was like, wait, why did YouTube not like this video? Yo, chill.
With one thing they all had in common.
Okay.
Nationalism. This video was made possible by
Raycon!
Look,
Actually,
Jordan,
I'll do the ad segment. I have Raycons. I lost my first pair. I had the regular ones, so then I got the fitness ones, and they're really good. Yo, the battery life for the fitness ones is actually insane. I've been using them for 3 weeks now. 3 weeks without charging, and they're still going. And I use them at work, and for 8 hours straight, just listen to them. W Raycons. W Raycons. I'm skipping this segment because I did a better job, okay? You trust me.
box below or go to buyraycon.com/ghostgum to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. Thank you, Raycon, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. It's this nationalism for their countries that they were able to bond over. Many users of 2Balkan4You argue that they would have never had perspectives on their neighbors and their upbringings had it not be for the subreddit, when in reality, they have a lot more in common than they originally thought. I guess you could say it was ironic, realizing they hated each other was the reason they came together, but either
Yeah.
way, they came together. One of the heads of 2Balkan4You has explicitly stated that if it weren't for the subreddit, he, as a Greek person, would have never met his Macedonian or Turkish friends. He claims that if the subreddit never existed, tons of Balkan people would still hold the same perspective of their neighbors. They were also able to turn up the irony and laugh at the people who took their
Is Greece without
nationalism.
Turkey is included, though? Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I feel like Turkey's not part of the team. Might be something about the fact that they kind of colonized and oppressed half of the Balkan countries during the Ottoman era. maybe something about that just makes me uneager to accept Turkey on the team of Balkans. I don't know. I don't know. Work Void, thank you for the follow.
Seriously. So in a bizarre, roundabout, layered way, they cooled the tensions in historically one of the most tense regions on the entire planet. It's like cranking up the AC and the heat at the same time to achieve an average temperature, and it worked. Now you see, this perspective is a bit nuanced and hard to understand if you don't have a background in the Balkans. Although you could just talk to a Balkan person about that to get the perspective, but hey, it might take a second to realize that even if I don't like this, these people are okay with making fun of each other and being made fun of. Reddit admins
Exactly. Oh my god, yes. Again, this is what I always talk about. Like, when I watch like American memes, I'm like, American bros, please don't take it's not that deep. Again, I think I'm used to this culture where like you make fun of your country and other countries around you, you know. It's like it's so different again, because like stuff like, oh, you have to pledge to the flag, and like America's the best, and we can do no wrong. We're not like, no, we just make fun of everything. Yeah, it is quite different in that sense.
like this. You see, there's one type of person that no matter what, people in 2Balkan4You unironically hated. People from the West. And nobody embodies the stereotypical, terminally online, babied Western person than the average Redditor. A couple of people came after 2Balkan4You, most notably the users of AHS, but it was nothing more than people just complaining, failing to understand the point of the subreddit, which wasn't to be mean or hurtful, but make fun of that. It was just a small group of Redditors though, so who really cares? 2Balkan4You did take some steps in changing the subreddit.
Westwards, that's crazy.
In order to not get it banned, such as changing some user flares and making sure no unironic stuff got through. But this wouldn't stop them from the attack that was about to come. Not from the Reddit mods, but the Reddit admins, in particular one notoriously awful admin. Now, as previously discussed in another video, admins and mods are very different people. To understand this simply, admins are paid employees of Reddit, whereas mods are basically slaves. Mods are the ones who get individuals banned, admins are the ones who get entire subs banned. Now, in doing research for this video, I got in touch with the head admin of 2Balkan4You, who had direct interactions with a certain Reddit admin. The messages between them perfectly paint the picture of why 2Balkan4You was banned. So this admin, Cheetor, I think that's how you pronounce it, is the one we're going to be talking about. You might know her because she got caught abusing her powers on r/place to erase stuff she didn't like, essentially defeating the whole purpose of place.
I mean, chat, if you're a Reddit admin, the chances of you not abusing power to remove stuff you don't like are insanely low. Let's be for real here. If you take the role of Discord admin, I'm not gonna expect you to be a fair judge.
In some issue with 2Balkan4You, citing that the user flares were in direct violation of Reddit Rule 1. Here are the user flares on screen that they used to make fun of each other.
An Albanian, gay Greek, gay, Bosniak fake people, Slovenian femboy, Serbia, landlocked genocide. I'm not reading the Croatian one because that's demonetizable. Turk roach, Bulgar Mongol horde, Monkydonian, I can't read the last ones.
You can be the judge for yourself. Whether you agree these violate the rules or not, the mods had to agree to the conditions. The mods simply wanted an explanation on why they had their user flares removed, as Cheetor had just removed them without giving them any warning or any heads up. They explained the
half of those aren't even bad. I can read them on YouTube and not get demonetized for them.
Seriously, in the real world. They also argued that they're criticizing themselves, not others. Therefore, it's okay because everyone here is in on it. Either way, the mods said they'd be willing to change the flares if they got them back, giving Cheetor what they wanted if they would just leave 2Balkan4You alone. Now, if you look at the messages, it's clear Cheetor didn't even look at the response and just doubled down, saying that their word was final and they wouldn't be getting their flares back no matter what. Because I don't know, man. But Cheetor, being the hero she was, wouldn't stop there. They mentioned 2Balkan4You was promoting hate and gave examples. The mods claimed that these posts weren't even promoting hate, and they also said they were trying to keep the subreddit as clean as possible, but felt they were being unfairly treated and given too short of a leash. They also
I
pointed
don't
out
want to
that
avoid
nobody
the
on the sub
logos
was
big
getting offended,
chungus
who,
though.
keep in mind, were the butt end of these jokes, but it was a Western person coming into another culture telling them what was okay and what wasn't. They pointed out that the posts mentioned were against hatred. The whole point of them was to make fun of nationalists in the region by parodying them to a ridiculous extent. They also claimed that a
Exactly,
Reddit admin
man.
should be helping them to make sure their community is within guidelines, not going on a power trip and harassing them because they don't understand it. They even asked for contact with another admin who didn't have the comedic understanding of a 4-year-old, but instead, Cheetor made it so every post on 2Balkan4You had to be filtered by the mods. Keep in mind, it had over 100,000 users, basically creating a spam subreddit where no posts could be made and it was run into the ground. All of this eventually culminated in the deletion and ending of 2Balkan4You. A sad day in internet history. But the Balkan philosophy stayed the same until the very end. We own the subreddit, but we don't own the community. The community owns itself. And that was the end of Balkan People Internet for good. Just kidding. These people have survived the strongest empires in history and each other. You think some Reddit admin could kill them? Here is Balkan's IR.
Falcons IRL. Okay, is this a copyrighted music segment or their video got muted? La 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 la. Oh, sorry, that's American. Deșteaptă-te, române, din somnul cel de moarte în care te adânciră barbarii de tirani, barbarii de tirani.